Fellow traders, welcome to another Forex trading video. So guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a step by step how to do forward testing in trading. You can do this on almost on all Forex and cryptocurrency pairs, and all Forex assets this can do very well. So what you can do, you can select any pairs you are always interested in trading. Then first of all, what you need to do is first of all determine the market bias on higher time frames. And how do you determine the bias? In simple terms, the direction of the trend is first choose any time of your choice, either for H has zero bias or a daily. Some people prefer the 1 hour, like myself. So I'll go to my 1 hour to determine the market bias. Why is it important for you to determine the market bias? Is for you to know where the market is heading on a bigger view. And how do you do that? You also do analysis like you would do on the smaller time frame, which is determine lower highs and lower lows, or you determine higher highs and higher lows respectively. So yeah, what you are going to do, I'm going to first mark a few highs. So I will select this one as my low right here, this one right there, and select my high as that pivot right there. This right here, that's my high. Then my low will be this reversal here, this reversal point right there. This is to assume you already know how to mark higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so as we can see, it looks like market was in an uptrend because market came from this high here, creating a new high, which is a higher high, which is right there. Okay, so meaning this was going in an uptrend, and our previous low was this one right there, or one of these. Since this is the lowest low, this would have been the previous low, so meaning we were in an uptrend on the higher time frame. So we would mark, I always mark this as my buy point. Okay, I would always mark, then I mark my resistance as my sell point. If market reaches around that area, I'm always looking to sell respectively. So I will mark these levels and indicate them with a green color, and also lock them so I'm unable to tap in them. So I use, as you can see, I got a notification on BTC to complete my analysis, but yeah, I'll check it later on. So after you determine your bias, we are bullish on the 1H. We know we are bullish, so I drop down to my lower time frame to select the market structure. And how do I determine my market structure? I do the same thing of marking my higher highs, higher lows, and doing the same thing on the bearish market respectively. So which is our low, which led to that high right there? I think it would have been this one right there. That would have been our recent low before market created that current high right there. So as you can see, when we go further more, we see market broke to the upside, so we move our level to the lowest low right there, making our higher low. Then we need to see that the market closes above the high. Okay, we need to see the market closing above a low. Okay. And where does the market close above? And here it is. As you can see, this candle here closes above. So we we marked that as our recent high right there, because it also made a good pullback, clearing investments, clearing these investments right there, being a valid higher high. Okay. So market continues further to break and create more higher highs and higher lows. So we continue moving our levels, because we are supposed to move our levels until we reach the current price. Okay. This is for those who don't know how to do forward testing and back testing, and also the strategy of high and high lows, where you put supply and demand, market structure, and support and resistance. Okay. Okay. Then we see market continues to break again. Market breaks the higher high right there, and when the market breaks and creates new higher highs, it creates breaks of structures. Okay. So that's a break of structure right there. That's a break of structure, which swing low created, which swing low broke and created that high. This one here, this is the value there. It broke and created that level right there. So we mark that one right there. That's our current swing high right there. Okay. So we always elongate this one right here. So as the market keeps on moving, we elongate it further until market either breaks up or down respectively. But you can see market created this lowest low right there before it can break, before it did break uh, like this, and then both going to the upside right there. Okay. So that will be our new higher high again. So we mark it. Where do we mark it from? We mark it from that high right there. Okay. That's the last high market created. There's no break to the upside. Okay. That's our high right there. So market created this as a break of structure. And now we are supposed to determine which low led to that break of structure. We all know it's that low right there, because it's the lowest low that created that break of structure. Okay. Then we mark it. Okay. It's only valid if it breaks a higher high. Okay, then we have a market push the downside, then market created market structure shift. After market creating a market shift, actually this one I'm teaching you guys my entry model. This is my personal entry model. Then we see market creating that low right there. Okay. Then furthermore it breaks it. Okay. But is this a valid low? How do we determine a valid low? A valid low, we have to see market breaking this candle here more than 3 times and then clearing investments. But did market clear investments? Yes, it did, but did it create more candles to determine this is a valid low right there? No. And did it break a higher high? It didn't. Did it break a lower high? It didn't break a lower high. So that's just a low. Okay. Uh, then 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 if we get something like that, after I've got my market structure sheet, which is this one right there, after I get this market structure sheet right there, what I do is go to the lower time frames. Okay. But I need to make sure on the 5 minute market does not make a break of structure. Market doesn't make a break of structure to the downside. Okay. Otherwise, that would be a change in the direction of the market. I wouldn't be looking to buy it any further. Okay. I need to be looking for sales in right now. Okay. drop the lower time frame, and I'll be looking for that sniper entry. So on the 1 minute, why do I need to drop the 1 minute? The 1 minute I need to go there to get my entry model. Okay, I need to get my entry model. And what's my entry model? I need to get something like that. The market structure shift, and this indicates a buy entry model for my strategy. And we get a market structure shift there on the 1 minute. Then I'll be looking to buy the market. Okay, so since this is the valid low I get on the 1 minute, I always change the colors of my levels depending on the time frame I'm on. If I'm on the 1 minute, it's a blue color. If I'm on the 5 minute, it's a yellow color. If I'm on the 1 hour, it's either red or green, respectively. So we get that BOS. Okay, we get that BOS on the 1 minute. Okay. Okay, I'll put it in blue. Okay, something like that. Then what do I need to see? I need to see market coming and going back, creating some kind of market structure shift. Okay, so that structure shift should break our fractal. Okay, like I said, markets will have to break our lower high right there, as marked in the blue line. So if market does break that level, so that will be my entry model. Look for buys on any pair of the chosen. So my entry will be exactly after a break of my factor BOS on the 1 minute time frame. So my entry will be exactly there at the break. Then I will put my stop loss below the highs, below the lower highs, which the lows which break the higher highs to the upside after market had made that market structure shift on the 1 minute. So I'll be targeting about a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. Uh, then then I'll be taking my TP1s and TP2, then TP3. I only said TP1, TP2, TP3. Okay. So actually, before you can enter a trade, you need to make sure you got the 5 minute, and that 5 minute candle should also close above the factor BOS. Otherwise, market always reverses from there and continues the downside, creating more breaks of structures on the 5 minute, and that would invalidate our setup. So this is how you do forward testing. For example, on BTC right now, that's how you enter that trade, and yeah, and do it just like that. So guys, remember to subscribe and like the video if you want to learn more of my entry model. This is how it is, exactly how it is. If you want to learn more about it, remember to turn post notifications on and get notified when I upload a new video. And as well, I'm going to be trying to daily stream, mostly on weekdays. So make sure you're tuned in, and yeah, if you like the video and learned something, drop a like, and yeah, see you in the next video. Happy trading.